The idea of Hoda Kotb taking Kelly Clarkson's place on her daytime talk program has generated a lot of discussion online. Hoda and Jenna Bush-Cater co-hosted the Today Show in the past. In 2019, the Kelly Clarkson Show debuted to overwhelmingly positive reviews. Its sixth season just concluded. Fans are concerned about Kelly Clarkson, despite the show's recent renewal for Season 7. In March, she missed a number of shows, and a number of well-known guest hosts took her place. After abruptly canceling the first two performances of her Las Vegas residency, the well-known singer lately received unusual criticism. Rumors that Kelly Clarkson may quit her talk show after one last season have grown since then. Who might take Kelly Clarkson's place? A popular online rumor claims that Hoda Kotb is the frontrunner. Since 2007, she co-hosted the Today Show's fourth hour until her abrupt departure in January. In response to questions regarding the rumor that she is taking Kelly Clarkson's place, Hoda Kotb delivered contradictory answers. Never say never was her motto, she told Andy Cohen on Watch What Happens Live. However, she stated that if she did make a comeback to television, it would only be on the NBC News program when questioned about the allegation during an appearance on the Today Show in May. For almost 20 years, Hoda Kotb co-hosted the Today Show, but as a host, she never took home a Daytime Emmy. Since 2020, Kelly Clarkson has dominated the coveted Outstanding Talk Series Host Award. However, Kelly Ripa and Mark Consuelos, co-hosts of Live with Kelly and Mark, took home the hosting honors last year. The Outstanding Daytime Talk Series Award went to The Kelly Clarkson Show. The 2025 Daytime Emmys Outstanding Daytime Talk Series category includes the following shows: The View, The Jennifer Hudson Show, The Kelly Clarkson Show, The Drew Barrymore Show, and Live with Kelly and Mark. Hoda Kotb and Jenna Bush-Cater believe this is their year to win Outstanding Talk Series Host, following Kelly Clarkson's streak being broken by Kelly Ripa and Mark Consuelos last year. Hoda and Jenna are interested in the talk series host position, as are Kelly Clarkson and the hosts of Live with Kelly and Mark. Jennifer Hudson and Drew Barrymore complete the list of nominees. In response to their nomination, Hoda Kotb recently made fun of Jenna Bush-Cater on the Today Show. Hoda Kotb declared, "This is our final hurrah." Let me reiterate. At least it appeared to be a typical morning on the set of NBC's Today program. The busy crew and the hosts getting ready for the live show were bathed in a warm glow as the sun broke through the studio windows. When the unexpected occurred, Hoda Kotb, the always composed and affable co-anchor, was sitting comfortably at her desk, going through her notes. Kelly Clarkson, the charismatic vocalist and recent The Voice mentor, was preparing to talk about her new album and her next tour across the studio. Although her amazing voice and grounded demeanor were adored by her fans, she had unintentionally become the target of a lighthearted but scathing joke today. It all began when Hoda, who is renowned for her pleasant demeanor and sharp wit, chose to stir things up a bit during the music and entertainment part of the show. She was interested in Kelly's recent success as well as her reputation as a personable, easygoing celebrity. And Hoda, who never shies away from a little lighthearted humor, came up with a scheme. Hoda turned to face Kelly as she sat down, a somewhat too innocent look on her face. "Well, Kelly," Hoda started, "you've been winning a lot lately. Your tour is selling out before I can say American Idol, and your new album is at the top of the charts." Kelly nodded and smiled. "Thank you. Although it has been hectic, I've enjoyed every second of it." Hoda leaned a little closer, her eyes sparkling slyly. "Kelly, I was considering. Do you ever feel like you're merely a reality TV star turned music legend, in light of your success?" Light laughing broke out in the room, but Kelly's smile wavered a little. This seemed a bit sharper than the lighthearted taunting she was accustomed to. Kelly's slick response was, "Oh, Hoda, I think I've earned my stripes. As a Grammy winner and American Idol, I believe I've demonstrated that I'm capable of more than just singing." Hoda nodded, maintaining a lighthearted yet direct tone. "Oh, Kelly, I have no doubts about your abilities. Do you ever fear that others could forget your roots, though?" "I wonder occasionally. The days of reality TV, Kelly laughed, taking it in stride. "Well, I believe my admirers are aware of my origins. And to be honest, I think having a journey like mine, one that is genuine, unvarnished, and maybe a little messy, is really awesome." After returning the smile, Hoda leaned in closer, lowering her voice just enough for the cameras to capture the playful tip of her mouth. "Perhaps, Kelly. However, do you know what I've observed? Your shift from reality star to music legend seems a bit too seamless at times, as if there were a hidden recipe at play. Although this was undoubtedly a jab, Kelly's eyes widened a little, and she spoke calmly as usual. "I believe I've put in a lot of work, Hoda. It takes more than just a TV background to get to the point where you can sell out stadiums and perform at tiny bars." Sensing the lighthearted rivalry, the audience laughed. Hoda wasn't finished, though. Her smile grew as she leaned back. "Oh, Kelly, I do believe you. Just curious whether you ever longed for the good old days, the times when winning American Idol was your top priority, and you weren't interested in presenting award shows or making political statements." The studio was filled with the cast, but it was all in good humor. With a mischievous gleam in her gaze, Kelly's lips formed a smile. "Hoda," she responded quietly, "I believe I've demonstrated my ability to accomplish both, sing my truth, have fun, and perhaps even make a little noise. However, I also think it's important to be true to who I am, which I think you would agree with." Hoda nodded, her face somewhat softening. "Kelly, you're right. I suppose I was simply checking to see if you're still the same girl who used to join her buddies at karaoke nights and sing since you've been gone." For a few more minutes, the host went back and forth between compliments and humorous attacks. Behind the scenes, however, the team was aware that this was not your average morning segment. It was a display of their connection, a delicate dance of personalities, and maybe even a little friendly rivalry. Reactions exploded on social media as the show came to an end. The humorous teasing was well received by fans, who tweeted #HodaDisIsKelly and #KellyRetaliates. While some defended Kelly's fortitude and genuineness, others commended Hoda for her witty remarks. The subsequent behind-the-scenes discussion, however, was not witnessed by anyone. Kelly smiled as she walked toward Hoda in the green room. "Hoda, you got me good today. However, I will return with a diss of my own the next time." Hoda lifted her coffee mug and laughed. "Agree. Let's be cordial, though. After all, we're just enjoying ourselves." Kelly gave a nod. "Yes, without a doubt. Furthermore, I believe that we both secretly understand that we are really a pair of women who enjoy keeping one another guessing." Thus, the lighthearted competition persisted, a continuous waltz of humor, wit, and respect for one another. Ultimately, the big diss was only a brief incident, a comical high point in their enduring friendship. It was a reminder that even the most polished people can have their fun sides, and even morning television may occasionally benefit from a well-timed teasing. Viewers and supporters alike eagerly anticipated what would happen next as the cameras dwindled and the crew packed up. Would Kelly respond with a clever comment of her own? Would more unforgettable moments result from Hoda's fun side? Time would tell. One thing, though, was for sure. Today had provided a morning full of humor, playful teasing, and a tiny touch of television magic on that particular day. And that's frequently enough to flare up headlines and hearts in the realm of celebrity banter. This instance serves as a stark reminder of the enormous stakes involved in the daytime television industry. Even well-known celebrities like Kotb and Kelly Clarkson might experience friction due to declining viewership and intense competition for ratings, particularly when they share studio spaces, compete for the same headlines, and are continuously evaluated against one another. Even though they might not be directly competing, today rules the morning, while Kelly rules the afternoon. It is impossible to overlook their closeness, similarities, and business dynamics. The problem with both of these women, though, is that they have experienced hardship. A seasoned journalist who has covered both catastrophes and victories, Hoda is a breast cancer survivor. After decades of broadcasting, she has earned her stripes. Since she was 20, Kelly Clarkson has experienced grief, a public divorce, and the spotlight of celebrity. Her grit made her iconic, even as her voice made her renowned. Both Hoda and Kelly are experts, regardless of whether this particular instance was a sincere jab or simply a badly worded remark. They have probably already made amends behind the scenes, or at the very least, decided to maintain good relations in front of the cameras. Given their shared home base, future partnerships between the two are still possible, and NBC has not released an official statement. Fans, however, will remember this as one of those times when daytime television became more realistic for a brief minute, when words weren't veiled in a bow, and when two strong female media figures had a brief argument that seemed, well, human.